Now let's take a look at the process of translating content. I'm going to go ahead and go back to English since my French is a little rusty. So in Drupal 7, the locale module was enabled, and we would go to Structure, Content Types, and then Edit next to the content type we want to enable translation for. We would go to Publishing Options, and then under Multilingual Support, we're going to select Enabled with Translation. Now I'll click Save Content Type. In Drupal 8, to enable it, we would go to Content, Language, and Translation under the Regional and Language settings. We would select Content, we would set Article to Translatable, and we can set which particular fields are translatable, which is pretty nice. I'm going to disable everything but the title and the body. We can set the default language in each piece of content, which is also pretty powerful, and I'm going to click Save Configuration. Now let's translate. So I'm going to go to our cat roll article here by going to Content and then Edit next to cat roll evolved. And then we're going to scroll down and we're going to set the language for this content to English from language neutral. And we'll click Save. And then when we go back to Edit, we'll have a new Translate tab. I'll click Translate and let's add a French translation. I'm just going to change the title and I'll click Save. Okay, so here's our translated version. And we can change back to English by going and clicking English in the lower corner. When we're on the English one, we can translate it to French by clicking on French. Now let's do that same process, but in Drupal 8. I'm going to go to Content, and I'll click Edit next to cat roll evolved. Set the language to English and save it. And now we can translate it. So I'll select Translate from the dropdown. We'll add a French translation, and we'll just change the title again. And I'll scroll down to the bottom and save. So notice one major difference here, which is that we're looking at the French version of Node 1, whereas in Drupal 7, a new node had to be created in order to support the translation. So on the home page, if we went to the home page, we'd see the translated version, and we'd also see the English version. Whereas if we went back to the home page in Drupal 8, we'd only see the one version, depending on what our language settings were. If we remove the FR, we'd now see the English version. Now, this only touches the surface when it comes to configuring language on your site, but hopefully you can see that there's been some vast improvements in how you translate both the interface and content.